Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. We are live. Three, two, one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now on the DCTV network, getting ready for a big game tonight between Dickson County softball and Arlington, who has traveled all the way up from the Memphis area tonight to be part of this sectional game tonight here on campus. We've got a lot going on the Dickson County campus tonight. We've got graduation actually happening here in just a few hours. Sounding good. All right, so if you guys are making your way down here, we've just got a few more minutes before the first pitch. It's 4:19. We're going to start playing some softball at 4:30 tonight. Looks like the umpires are here.
Yeah. Hey, it's Rusty Grove. I'm here with the athletic director, Jay Palace. Come here, Jay. Let's talk a second. Hey, well, we're doing a little pregame here. Just telling about the pregame activities and everything that's going on the campus tonight. I'd just like to get your opinion on what's going on the Hill tonight and what all is going on with sports in general.
Well, this has been one of the most successful athletic seasons in our 53-year history. And I'll be back. I got to go do this meeting real quick.
All right, go do the meet, Jay, then come back and talk with us.
He's right, though. It has been a pretty good season for all sports. And then, of course, the Lady Cougars, who are probably our most successful program in school history.
Yeah, they've been to 4 or 5 state championship games, won 3 of them, been to 5, I think. We've kind of had an itis from it the last few years, but I feel good about this team and where they've got them going and what direction they got them going in. This team is playing hard, and talking about playing hard, I've coached most of these kids, what I was about to say, and I know a lot of them. They come from my middle school program, but I want to say congratulations to the Charlotte Tigers, who won the middle school state championship today.
Yeah.
Coach Maddie's done a well of a job over there with them young ladies. So softball in Dickson County is big, and like I said, I said last week when we played in the sectional finals, when the final 8, that was the state championship games when Burns played Charlotte. And it was a dogfight to the end. The next 2 games, Charlotte just walked them to the state championship. Somebody said they won today, 14-15 to nothing, and then they won 11-0 yesterday. So
it was a big win for them. They didn't seem too challenged, honestly.
Yeah, so when I said the other day that was the state championship game, it was, and congratulations to Charlotte. They take a lot of pride in their team over there, and they work hard, and Coach Maddie does an excellent job with them. But
yeah, they did a really good job, man. We watched it on the Game Changer a little while ago, and they pretty much blew the other team out. And I was telling some of the other teachers, that the real state championship game was a couple weeks ago.
It was last Thursday, I think, when we played. No, it was last Friday we played in the finals. And every state championship comes out of the middle school, comes out of our sectional, and unfortunately we had to play each other in the sectionals to get to the Final Four, and Maddie knew it and I knew it, and we got a lot of respect from each other, and I love that kid, and I've known her all my life. Me and her stepdad, Stacy's Beatty's real good friends, and I coached Sloan, her stepsister, or half-sister, whatever it is. I coached her. She played for me, so I've kind of watched Maddie grow up. So just congratulations. Let's get back to this game, man. We're in the sub-state again, hosting that game for the first time in a long time. I remember when Peyton was there about 4 years in a row, it was a tradition. On Friday night, you'd come up here on graduation, play a sub-state game. They'd run from here, get on a golf cart, and go graduate. And it's been a while since we've done that, so we're glad to be back in that position.
Yeah, it's an exciting night here on campus. As I mentioned as we first came on the air, we've got graduation going on tonight. They've actually moved the graduation up from 7 to 6 to try to beat the weather. And so here in just a few minutes, I think the seniors are going to go ahead and start lining up on the hill over there at 4:45. And
yeah.
It's going down.
Hopefully we can have a game like we did the other night and Lady Cougars jump on them, maybe end this thing early and give our seniors plenty of time to get up there and walk the hill. That'd be a perfect night, right?
That would be a perfect night.
Okay. So, Arlington is the 2 seed out of the Memphis district down there, whatever region that is. Last year the roles were reversed. The Lady Cougars had to go to Arlington as a 2 seed and play them as a 1 seed, and Arlington won and went on to the state tournament. I don't really recall how they finished, but the roles was kind of reversed last year. We went down there, lost in a late run. Arlington, we was ahead actually going into the 5th or 6th inning and made a few mistakes, and Arlington capitalized on them and ended up going to the tournament. So this year, this team's growed a lot. I've liked watching them play. I've not been able to see them play like I want to watch them play, with me coaching in Burns, but what I've seen of them, they're a tight-knit group, and when you have happy girls that like each other, they play hard for each other, and that's the key to winning softball.
I guess you might have some time on your hands coming up where you can watch a little more softball, maybe.
Well, I did. After 25 years, after the Charlotte loss last week, I had been evaluating it all year long about, I never missed a game that Peyton had growing up through high school. I was at every game. I was a mainstay. And Coralie, her first year at Creekwood, I was coaching at Burns, and I missed 80% of her games. Then last year, she had to sit out until the district tournaments for transferring. So, I kind of missed a couple of the playoff games when she would get back and get eligible. Then this year, I've missed 80% of her games, and it's not fair to Coralie. And I know it bothers her that I've not supported her in the same way that I supported Peyton. And so I just had to look at myself and say, it's time to step back from my coaching. And next year, Coralie's going to be a senior, and make sure I'm there for her.
I think we're about to do the Pledge of Allegiance here, so we'll step by for just a second. I'm going to do the pledge.
And your Dickson County Lady Cougars. First base, number 11, Greeley Bunker. Starting catcher, number 24, Hadley Edwards. Starting at third base, number 77, Jenna Reeves. Second base, number 15, Rory Caldwell. Designated player for the Lady Tigers, number 2, Morgan Cooper. In right field, number 31, Lily Hatch. And the flex player playing left field, number 7, Emma Clements. And now, starting lineup for your Dickson County Lady Cougars. Starting pitcher for the Lady Cougars tonight, number 23, Coralie Grove. Starting at second base for the Lady Cougars, number 9, Kaylee Bean. Starting first base for the Lady Cougars, a senior, number 4, Sadie Green. Starting catcher for Dickson County, number 25, Emma Crosby. Starting in center field, number 20, Elizabeth Dunnigan. At third base, for Dickson County, number 11, Brianna Ellis. Starting left fielder for the Lady Cougars, number 12, Alyssa Trotter. Designated player tonight for the Lady Cougars, number 16, Bryn Good. Starting in right field for the Lady Cougars tonight, number 1, Sabrina Potter. And the flex player, starting at shortstop for the Lady Cougars, number 5, Jolie Simmons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and remove your caps for the presentation of our colors tonight by the Dickson County High School JROTC program, led tonight by Lieutenant Colonel Bobby Reynolds, Captain Nixia Quiones, Command Sergeant Major Mia Jepson, Private First Class Tucker Baker, and Cadet Private First Class Mason Parker. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We ask that you please remain standing as the colors are removed from the playing field. And one more round of applause for the Dickson County High School JROTC. Best of luck to both teams in tonight's contest.
All right, looks like we're just about ready to get going here at the sectional game here between Arlington and Dickson County. I do want to make mention real quick. I do have the logos here on the screen. We've got Traditions First Bank and United Mechanical and Electrical who is sponsoring the game tonight. We really appreciate them. Without them, we wouldn't be able to make this possible.
No, and you know, when you get to this point in high school sports and you get to this section, the TSSAA charges you to do the game. So they stepped up so everybody can stay at home and watch or listen if they got graduation going on. So we'd like to appreciate David Baggett and Kyle Miller and their teams for what they've done. It's really big for a lot of y'all to be able to stay at home, or if you got other plans to still come out and support the Lady Cougars. You want to go around and start line up? You want me to?
Go ahead. You got it right there in front of you.
I start on the mound back first. It's number 23, Coralie Grove. I'm going to try to do it out of memory. And I like the way Peyton does her lineup because if you notice, she goes left, right, all the way through the lineup. I think you're going to have Kaylee Bean, the second baseman, the sophomore. Coralie's a junior, second baseman, Kaylee Bean. I'm doing this out of my head. I'm not doing it off piece of paper. She started second base tonight. She missed all of last year with an ACL tear from basketball, so she's been off. She ain't played since she played for me at the middle school in Burns. I think bad third was your senior, number 4, playing first base, Sadie Green. I believe after Sadie Green, you had your freshman catcher, come from Burns last year, Crosby. I believe after Crosby, you had another left-hander, so it's probably Dunnigan in center field. Then it would have probably come back up to senior Brian Ellis playing third base. Then it's probably going to go back to the outfield with Alyssa Trotter playing left field. Then I think it comes back to Bren as the designated player tonight. Batting after that, then following in the ninth spot is junior Sabrina Potter playing right field tonight. That's pretty good memory if I got it right.
Hey, you did. You did a good job there. And the first pitch.
Just right at the knee, a little bit on the outside corner, just off the corner. Start the game off.
So 1-0 now. First batter for Arlington is up. Coralie Grove is on the mound.
This is number 27, Tabby Bullock, I think. Fly ball down the right field line, going to hit the building and out of play. It's going to even the count, Justin, at 1-1. Wind is blowing pretty stiff tonight. Blowing the right to the left, I believe. I'm looking at it right.
Yeah, nice little gust come through here, kind of cooling everybody off. It's a little humid out here today, but great weather for a softball game. Count is 1-1.
Coralie gets the sign, does the wind up, delivers just a little bit high.
2-1.
Coralie sometimes like a rain delay with her motion out there. She'll go back every time, pick up some dirt, flop it around, wipe the mound off, get her sign, then go to her wind up as she is now. A ground ball to Sadie Green, picked up nicely there by your senior. Got one out, one up, one down. The ball's hit pretty sharp to her right.
Number 13.
Sadie being left-hander is on her glove side. Made a good play there.
All right, good play by the Lady Cougars. It's got one out now here in the top of the first for the sectional championship game.
It's number 13, Mackenzie Walker, your shortstop for Arlington. Started off again, ball low. Missed the count 1-0. Coralie goes and hits the dirt, throws it up there, gonna wipe the mound off, then she's gonna get her sign. Maybe that was a little low. So it's 2 balls, no strike. Our student section didn't like that.
No.
Yeah, we got a good student section tonight. I'd say you got 30, probably 30. Kids out there tailgating.
They're tailgating today, which is always fun to see.
Yeah, that's right down the middle, about knee level. Bring the cap 2 balls, 1 strike. I believe Coralie can throw the ball across the plate. She might overpower this team. It's just, if she can get that outside corner call from the umpire, she's going to have a good night. If she can't, the ball drifts a lot from her coming from left side against the right-hand hitter. So a lot of it depends on the umpire. Yeah, so she's way behind that pitch to even the count 2-2, fouled it off to the first base side. I believe we're having mound problems.
The leadoff is Tatum Biddick. There's no R. Just Biddick. No.
Biddick.
Okay. I believe we're having mound problems out there, Justin. Well, evidently we got somebody from Arlington watching our DC broadcast. They was correcting the pronunciation of the leadoff hitter, and we appreciate y'all watching too.
We do. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Again, thank you to Traditions, First Bank, and United Mechanical and Electrical for sponsoring the game tonight. We truly do appreciate them.
We had a little bit of delay. Coralie, when she strides out, is tearing up the mound pretty far out. And what they do is they take mound clay after every game and pack it in. Because these girls, they will damage the field. And sometimes it gets a little harder when it gets wet, and it comes up in chunks, kind of like little bricks. So that was the delay. So we still got 2-2 on the number 2 hitter with 1 out. Just a little bit low, maybe on that outside, just the edge. She's right around there where she wants to be. A lot of times you get games like this, it takes a while for everybody to loosen up, the umpires to loosen up, and everybody to open the strike zone up a little bit. So we got a full count with 1 out. That ball's high. So the number 2 hitter walks with 1 out.
Batting next for the Lady Tigers, number 42, Brittany Layton.
That brings up the number 3 hitter playing first base, Brittany Layton, left-handed batter. If you're from Arlington, I'm sorry, we don't have a lot of information on your kids.
Yeah,
that's all. We got some lineup and number. I wish we had some more stats and info about them and their grades, but we don't. Good hitter in fair territory. He called it in the box, but she was about 6 foot down the line when he hit her, which in fair territory you should be out. But he did call it foul. So you got an 0-1 count. Let me explain what I'm saying there. If the ball hits you in fair territory, if the ball hits you in the box, you're a foul ball. But if the ball hits you in fair territory, you're out. She was 6 foot out of the box when it hit her, but he called it a foul ball. So I don't know if he didn't get a good look. And it come from the field umpire, and the behind the plate umpire said he didn't see it. So they're now discussing that.
So the umpires getting together here to discuss the last call. Looks like Coralie's on pitch number 11 so far, here through 3 batters.
I'm sure if he was going to call it foul, he would have called it. If he was going to call her out for being out of the box, he would have had right out of the bat. So I'm sure the call is going to stay foul ball in the box. The other umpire that could have probably said something different would have been the umpire they didn't go to, been the field, because he didn't make a call at all. If he saw something different, he would have been the one they should have talked to probably. So he got an 0-1 count on the number 3 batter, number 42, Brittany. Got a strike call, outside corner. She's left-handed batter from the left-handed pitcher. What do you think here, Justin? What does she come with right here? Something high and out of the zone on the 0-2?
Yeah.
I think that'd be the smart call here.
Mess him up.
No. Slapped it out in front of the box. Catcher had a little trouble with it, gathering it up. She took a full swing. It was kind of a slap swing. Went about 3 foot in front of the box, kind of died. Crosby kind of tried to pick it up and missed it the first time. So you're going to have runners on first and second with 1 out.
Freely Bunker.
Bailey Bunker is the next batter for Arlington. Number 11.
A little bit of a jam here early for the Cougars. That's a perfect no play. Ooh. Kayla Bean grabs the ball at second base, picks the ball up, has the runner passed in front of her. She didn't make a attempt, but she got her out at 1. So you got 2 outs now. With,
Next batter for Arlington, number
runners
24,
at second and third.
Hadley
I believe Coach Payton will probably say, hey, let's try to get that lead runner next time. But Kaylee's just a sophomore. Like I said, she's missed a year, so this is really her first full season since the 8th grade. She's done a heck of a job at second base, too. She's got a good glove on her. Right down the middle. Starts off 0-1 on your, what is this, your 5-hitter?
Hadley Edwards, number 24, is the 5-hitter up to bat right now for Arlington.
She's your catcher for the night. So Corley got ahead with the strike 1. That's your most important pitch. Always get ahead with strike 1, then go be a pitcher. When pitchers get trouble is when they fall behind a lot. Sees that right at the knee, right down the middle. And that's a hard pitch. When you're throwing in the mid-60s, mid to low 60s, and right at that kneecap, it's really hard to get your hands to it. And so you're ahead again, 0-2. She was ahead on the last batter, 0-2, and got a little grounder out in front of home plate and reached base. So let's see what she, no, that was the batter before. So let's see what she can do here. Oh. I don't know, Justin.
I don't know about that one,
I
but
don't know where it missed. I would tell you if I knew. And I'm not being a homer, and I'm not being a parent right now. I don't know where that ball missed.
so the count 1-2 now, 2 outs. Corley's pitched 17 pitches so far.
Yeah, she can. See, that's a bad pitch. That's a hard. Taylor Bean gets it up, makes an underhand toss, first base for the out. That little pitch right there is terrible when it just lands between the pitcher and the second baseman. It's got that backward spin on it. I've seen a lot of base hits and a lot of errors out of that, but Kaylee B handled that like a pro.
She saved a run there. Score is still 0-0 as we go into the bottom of the first here.
Do we take breaks here? Are we live? Do we just continue to talk?
I guess we can just continue to talk.
Continue, just rattle on today, can't we? Yeah,
I guess that music's a little loud in the headset, but
you know, Corley, you talk about her pitch count. It's nothing for Corley to throw 160, 70, 80 pitches. And like I said, I've coached her since she was 8 years old on the pitching mound. And generally, Corley will start off a little slow. If you're going to get her, you better get her in that first, second inning. When she gets in a groove in that third, fourth, fifth, that's usually her better innings, believe it or not. She gets stronger usually as the game goes on. We used to have a saying in travel ball growing up, when the lights come on, you better beat Corley when the lights come on. Because when the lights come on, and I talked to her pitching coach about it several times, and she said, you know, with a power pitcher, that a lot of times the more tired they get, they loosen their grip, they loosen their shoulders, and their snap becomes more mature and more natural to them. Or like somebody that spins the ball a lot, where they'll wear down a little bit. But so yeah, I don't think Corley had a strikeout that inning, which is a little bit unusual because she is a power pitcher. She gets her out, you know, 50% of her outs on strikeouts usually. So Arlington did a good job of putting the ball in play. All right, Justin, who we got leading off? Do you know this kid? Corley Grove.
Yeah.
It's your pitch.
I'll pull it up on my phone here. Corley is going to...
yeah, I'm just messing with you.
Corley's always the leadoff.
Yeah, you know.
Leadoff batter.
This is the kind of pitcher that kind of gives Corley more trouble when it spins at all speeds more. She's more of a... Yeah, you get somebody throwing 65 heat out there, she's going to take it out of the park. She generally hits that a little bit better than somebody can spin it. And this kid, I don't really know much about her except watching her warm up a while ago. It looked like she had some real good movement on the ball.
Brittany Layton is their pitcher, number 42.
Yeah, she's here for a reason. She's pitched this team here for a reason, so. There you go,
Corley gets a hold of one.
Corley led off with the ball, top the wall, off left center field, fence. That's a good way to start the game, right?
That's it.
She missed a home run by about 2 feet. It hit the top of the, if you know where the scoreboard is, it's in Dickson. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but about 10 foot to the right of the scoreboard, about 2 foot down on the wall.
For the Lady Cougars, number 21, Brayla Johnson.
She got a hold of that one. I thought for a second it might sail out.
And when Corley's hitting the ball well, she will hit to that out a lot. She don't try to pull it. When she gets to struggling is when she's trying to yank the ball and trying to pull everything to right field. So that means she's seeing the ball well when she hits from that left center field gap. That brings in Brayla Johnson as the courtesy runner for the pitcher. Brayla's also a sophomore. Yeah, KB got a little bit of on top of that, but KB is probably the best bunter by far on this team. She bunts a lot. Yeah, and they got her in that position. Yeah, they got her in that position because Corley does get on base a lot to get her moved over. So this is set up for Kaylee to move Braylon to third base with less than 2 outs.
And Brayla's fast.
Yeah, there you go, KB. Look. KB done her job as a sacrifice. I know what Coach Pate's going to say is, hey, anywhere but the pitcher, because she's heard me say it all of her life. If you get a bunt down the first base line and the third base line, you always got a chance when you got Kaylee B's speed. You know, the only time she don't have a chance is when you bunted it back to the pitcher. But she done her job right there. That's what Peyton wanted, was Brayley on third base with less than 2 outs. So good job, KB. That goes down as a sacrifice and not an official at bat. That's going to bring up her senior, Sadie Green.
She's got a chance to do something here.
Yeah, Sadie, man, I've known Sadie all her life, played a lot of ball for me. She's just a good kid, got a good mom and daddy, polite, always gonna do the right things, and you know, I'm proud to see what she's done this year, and I'm glad she's had a great senior year because she's just an awesome kid. And she swatched that one. So that brings the count to 1-1, Justin.
1-1 for Sadie Green here at the plate. We got a runner on third. Brayla Johnson's over there.
Sadie would ideally like to just get the ball on the ground to the second baseman, or anything she got to do to get this run in. Well, that's a fly ball. That might work. Is it going to be deep enough? Center fielder coming in hard. It's not going to be deep enough to tag, but it started out deep. And she come in, when she caught the ball, she wasn't 5 foot off the infield behind shortstop. So, but I think that win pushed that ball
Cougars, number 25, Emma Crosby.
Emma's a freshman catcher who's done an amazing job this year. She's batting in the cleanup spot for a reason. This kid's got a bright future, works hard. It's just an all-around good kid. Tell you a story about Emma. When she played for me in the 6th grade, I started her on first base, and after the year, her daddy come to me and said, what do you need from us to get better for next year? I said, I need a catcher. I ain't got a catcher. She come back next year with my starting catcher. She's been catching ever since.
Wow.
And it's turned into an all-star catcher. Oh, that's a smash right back at the pitcher. Pitcher caught the ball right at her kneecap. So the Lady Cougars go down, leaving a run after the leadoff double by Corley Grove. Left the runner on third base, didn't get her in.
Still no score as we head into the second inning here. I just want to take a moment to remind everybody about our sponsors here. Traditions First Bank and United Mechanical and Electric. We appreciate them sponsoring the game tonight. As Coach Grove said earlier, we can't do this game without sponsors, because when you get this far into the tournament, you have got to pay fees to TSSAA. So we appreciate them helping us out today and making it possible for us to play this game on YouTube all across Dickson County to anybody who can't make it out tonight. It's 4:47 right now, so I believe the seniors should be lining up on Band Hill right now, getting ready to do their walk.
Yeah, what a special night for them, man. I mean, it's been a long time since I graduated, 1993, so what is that, 32 years? But I still remember the walk down the hill, you know.
You never forget it. I'll never forget the walk down the hill and just being excited, standing there waiting. It seemed like we waited forever. We probably only waited 20 minutes, right, but it seemed like hours.
Well, listen to the speeches and all the commencement stuff and the director of schools and the valedictorian, that takes forever. Then you go through all the names. I don't know how many they got graduating now. I think there was almost 500 in my graduating class. So it took a while to announce everybody.
We're just hoping to get it all in today or tonight before the storms come through.
Right.
They're predicting those to come through somewhere around 8 or 9 o'clock. So that's why we pushed it up to 6.
Number 77, Jenna Reeves.
Got another little left-hander coming up for Arlington, Reeves, who plays third base for him.
So number 77, Jenna Reeves is up.
It's a softball number, right? 77?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like to see where these left-handers line up in the box, how deep, see whether they're slapping or they're power hitters. And that makes a whole difference the way the Cougars will line up their defense. She's lined up a little bit deep, but not really lined up like a slapper. No, she's going to hit. That first pitch, I thought was a little bit high, but he called it strike. So we'll take that, you know. So Corley done good, got to hit 0-1. That's what she wants to do. That first strike is everything in pitching. Got a good crowd here tonight, Justin.
Really is.
Right in off her hands. Fouled it off to the third base side. Running in tight on her hands. She's a little late getting to it. So it sets Corley up at 0-2. Corley's been 0-2 on the last 3 batters, and they've made contact on this 0-2 pitch. So I would look for Johnny, pitch caller, to throw something out of the strike zone. Try to get them to chase. Yeah, that's the first changeup Corley's thrown today. And it dropped about a foot in front of home plate, which is okay on the 0-2 pitch. You're trying to get them to chase something there. You don't want them teeing off on the 0-2 pitch. When she gets that changeup down about the 3rd or 4th inning, it's a game changer. You know, she struggles early a lot of times landing it. A little low and outside. That evens the count at 2-2. You gotta love softball chants. Both dugouts are chanting, you know. They can get vicious sometimes too. If you ever really listen to some girls chant, oh, it can get ugly. Oh, she come back to run the count full now. That pitch was high and outside. I think that's what she was trying to get her to chase something. She wasn't doing it. So good discipline by the third baseman from Arlington.
Full count here.
Just barely got a piece of it, and Emma couldn't hold on to it to keep the count full.
She's staying alive.
Corley was bidding for her first strikeout, but she hung in there. Corley goes back, picks up the dirt, shakes it in her hand, comes up, gonna kick the mound twice. Drives me crazy. Been watching it for years. Yep, yes sir, got her on third call strike looking.
Big strikeout there for Corley. First out of the inning here.
Reeves didn't like it, but it was close enough to swing with 2 strikes.
Batting next for the Lady Tigers, number 15, Rory Caldwell.
So 1 out here in the top of the 2nd inning.
This brings up your second baseman, number 15, Laura Caldwell. That pitch is a little low and away. Make the count 1-0. Yeah, that first out, man, is big, setting the table in the inning. Corley winds up a little bit high, so that makes it 2-0. Arlington brought a big crowd. You know, that's a drive, man, and this time of day.
The crowd's getting bigger. It's
they're
expanding back.
Yeah, they're getting way back. Arlington, I'll give them props. You know, that's a drive. It's a shot up the middle. Dunnigan coming in, dropped about 5 foot in front of her. She played it safe. That's what you're supposed to do early in the ball game. No doubles. Keep everything in front of you.
Next batter for Arlington, number 2, Morgan Cooper.
Yeah, so Caldwell did a good job. She pretty good, barreled that ball up pretty good. This brings up
Morgan Cooper, I believe.
Yeah, your designated player.
Designated player.
A little bit high. Corley's high early. And you know a power pitcher. Now, I can't holler down there because I'm doing the radio. If you're consistently high, you need to stride out a little bit more. To bring that ball down, make the ball come out to her hip a little bit more. There you go.
Good pitch.
Count 1-1. Called strike looking. That's the hard part about setting up here at not coach. I can't holler at her and say, hey, stride out, or hey, shorten your stride.
If we need to cut the mic off for just a second, we will.
Right, loosen your grip on the ball, loosen your shoulders. I'm trying to be right up here, you know.
So we got a runner on first, 1 out.
Yeah, check swing. Got her. Makes the count 1-2. Coach Grove's got the corners playing now. That's what I'm saying. Now she's going to back them up. I guess she thought they were going to bunt. And I knew she had them both pulled in a little bit tight, more than I would like, but now she drops them back.
Count 1-2 here. 1 out, runner on first.
The outfield pretty much playing straight away. Ball run up in on them, run up high. Evens the count at 2-2. Our students are rowdy tonight, and I like it.
Hey, the student section is growing.
It's growing.
They're calling their friends. Everybody's coming out.
A lot of people might not, 4:30 start is unusual. Might have thought we were still starting at 5. Barely got a piece of it to stay alive. That keeps the count at 2-2. Got a runner on first base. Arlington has a runner on first base with 1 out here in the top of the 2nd inning. Crosby looks in, gets her sign. She gives the sign to Coralie. Coralie's wiping off the mound. She's going to step to the mound now. Got her swinging on a low outside. Might have been a little bit of a screwball. Coralie left-handed, so she, that ball breaks away from that right-hand hitter. It's a screwball. So that ball looked like it had some wayward break on it. So that gets you 2 outs with the runner on first. Justin.
Lily Hatch, I think, is number 31.
Yes,
is the next one.
She's going to be your 9 here. So you'd like to get it out here and not get the top of that lineup back up. There's a foul ball. There's a little looper down the first base line, about a foot off the foul line. Sadie come in and made a great scoop on it, but hit it while it's foul, so kept it foul. So that makes the count 0-1. Yeah, you really look at things like that, not turning the top of that lineup over and starting off fresh the next inning. So this is a big out for the Lady Cougars. Crosby getting a sign from the coaching staff. She's giving it to Coralie. Coralie don't like it. Coralie shakes it off. She calls time and steps off the mound. And that's one thing that Coralie does have the ability to do. And there's enough. Johnny Whittington calls the pitches, Coach Whittington, and he studies this game inside and out. But he gives Coralie the respect that if she don't feel comfortable with something, he allows her to shake it off, throw what she feels comfortable with. She foul ball back over our head down the first baseline. Makes the count 0-2. With 2 outs. So
I jumped up and tried to catch that one.
The thing about this coaching staff is they got more state championship rings than anybody in the county. In the area, really. You got Peyton rings, Brooklyn Lee. Who done it better than McCray Odom All-American?
I don't know if anybody in the state's got a coaching staff like that.
But then you got Johnny Whittington, who is just a softball nerd. Johnny, I coached with him and against him. Pitch a little high, runner going.
She's going.
Throw tag. Bounced it off. Throw. Joey Simmons tried to catch it about the time that the tag got there, hit her helmet, kind of dribbled off in the short center field. So you got a runner on second now with a 1-2 count. Number 9 hit her up. We need to focus on this batter right here. But Johnny he's an encyclopedia of softball. I guarantee he probably hasn't slept since the Roski game, trying to recruit and see what's going on with Roski and study the hitters. There's a high pop fly out of play, back over the right side dugout, and hits the concession stand. So, yeah, when you put this coaching staff together, they've done an amazing thing in 2 years. 2 years ago before they got the job, this team didn't get out of the district. Took a team last year with no seniors and took them down to Arlington, lost in the sub-state game. Then come back this year as regional champions and playing for a chance to go to the state. So I think they've done an amazing job. Of course, I'm biased, but I've watched a little softball in my life, and they're getting 100% out of this, what the talent they've got here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's barely 6 to bat out there, fouls it off again to the right side. Stay alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second in the top of the 2nd.
That's a Lily Hatch up to bat for Arlington. Coralie Grove on the mound for Dickson County. 2 outs, trying to get that last one here.
Good change up. That's the second change up. I told you she can, as the game goes on, that change up's a game maker. That's the second time she's throwed it today, and that one was nasty. So she got her swinging for her second strikeout of the game to end the top of the 2nd inning.
I got graduation.
Hey, Coach Chuck. That's Coach Chuck Daniels. Everybody knows Chuck. Been around here 100 years. Charlie's son. Coach Chuck been coaching, I think, in Dickson County probably 35 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from Creekwood to
He's
Dickson,
a mainstay.
back and forth. Yeah, Burns Middle School. He helped up at the basketball this year. We got Coach Rodney Parker up here on the deck with us tonight.
ROP in the
I
house.
like your shirt. Jesus won. Come over here and talk with us, Rodney. Hey, take my spot. People don't want to hear me anyway. Talk to Justin a minute. Talk about your program in this game as it goes on.
Coach Rodney Parker on the
What's up,
mic
boss?
with me. How you doing, sir?
Oh, life is good every day. Every day. We've been scrambling trying to get graduation ready for tonight.
It's we've moved it up to 6 o'clock, trying to get it in before the weather, I believe, and looks like we're going to get it going here.
Yeah. Rusty's bigger than me. He can see over the rail. I can't see over the rail.
I have this high chair right here.
Yeah.
That'd be short.
It was a little bit of a hustle to get a few things adjusted, but we're ready to go. I got to go up and start my duties here in about 10 minutes.
Lady Cougars, number
And
20, Elizabeth Dunnigan.
see if we can get everybody off the hill tonight before them storms come through, Justin, because
That's the goal.
they're supposed to be pretty severe.
Yeah, around 8 or 9, I think is when the last they said they was coming through. So.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could get everybody off campus as Dunnigan's leading us off here.
1-0. Pitcher Brittany Layton back on the mound here for the second inning. Her second inning of work.
She didn't show much off speed first inning, a lot of fastball. Like that. She dominated all the hitters except for Coralie. Coralie had a good barrel on her. I don't get to watch much softball, Justin. Obviously our schedule and their schedule kind of overlap, and it gets to be real tough to get down here. I would like to be playing in one of these games today. Look at that wind. Oh, that's a good play right there, Spurlock.
Popped out to left fielder there.
That ball probably wasn't 10 feet shy of the 202 sign opposite field.
She got a hold of it. That wind really caught it and moved it.
Running
Didn't
back
it?
for the Lady
Yeah.
Cougars, number 11,
Yeah, big swing.
Brianna Ellis.
Big swing resulted in a pretty big long fly ball. Bree Ellis gutting it out with the injured ankle, trying to make it through this year here.
So 1 out here. Brianna Ellis is up to bat. A little high. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, do we know who's playing the opposite of these girls in the other sectional? Is it Kirkwood and Rossview?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, we've been keeping up with Siegel baseball, just qualified for the state tournament. They beat Bradley Central. And then our friends in our sister region, as Brianna Ellis pops up to the third baseman for the second out of the inning.
Batting now for the Lady Cougars, number 12, Alyssa Broder.
Clarksville High is up on Houston 3-2. No, Houston's up on Clarksville 3-2. This is baseball, not softball. Sorry, I'm a one-track mind. Trotter in the box now, the left fielder for the Lady Cougars with 2 outs. She's a slapper, trying to get it going with 2 outs. This girl's got a heavy fastball, Justin.
Yeah.
It comes out of her hand with some explosion, some legitimate explosion. There's one right there.
Gets us going there.
Alyssa's got some wheels on her too. That was a nice slap right there over the shortstop's head.
Alyssa Trotter there with a big hit to keep the
Next
Lady
batter
Cougars alive here in the
for Dickson County,
bottom of the second.
number 16, Grant Good.
Independence is beating Beach, so you could look in the baseball part of it. You could have 4 teams within an hour drive of us qualify for the state tournament.
Wow.
Clarksville, Rossview, Indy, and Siegel.
Tough schedule you guys had this year.
Fun, brother, fun. You got to play them to beat them.
Does anybody in the state have a harder schedule than we do, Coach?
They might be. Oh, good snag. Bryn Good retired there on a ground ball back to the pitcher and an easy toss to first. We're tied at 0 after 2, sir.
Thank you for joining me, Coach. I appreciate you.
I got to go change clothes, get ready to go check dress code and hand out a few diplomas later on. Appreciate you having me, brother.
Thank you, buddy.
Go Lady Cougars, go Dickson County.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
Yep. I got to go get Hey, we can do baseball.
That's enough reaching. Well, y'all a lot smarter now than listening to Coach Rodney Old Parker than you are listening to me and Justin. So that was a treat, wasn't it, Justin?
Well, we're all up to date on baseball scores now.
Hey, you know, I ain't never seen Coach Parker a lot in action. And I've always been a softball guy, and he's a baseball guy. But he done a camp for me up at Burns 2 years ago. And to watch his enthusiasm with the kids and watch the way he handled them young kids, he sold me as a fan right then. I was like, hey, that guy right there cares.
Leading off for
and
the
he
Lady
gives everything
Tigers,
he's got for the
number
game.
27, Tatum Riddick.
Probably going to the top of the third now. No scores. Zeros on the board. I think they've had one hit. We've had 2 hits. Left quite a few runners on.
The girl ain't got nothing but a fastball.
Yeah. I hope we get it down here coming up. We get the top of that lineup back up, turn it around, see it for the second time, maybe break through.
Yeah, she ain't showing much right now but a heater.
Right. You know, in the first couple of innings are nerves on both kids. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is a big game. Graduation here. They had a long drive. They know what's at stake. So both of them played a little tight probably the first 2 innings.
There's a big build-up, too. They were all sitting around out here for a couple hours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Emma knocked her glove off. That fastball right about her. I think knocked her glove off. Blue called it a little low. Corley gets her dirt. Walks to the mound, gets her sign from Emma, kicks the mound off twice, steps up, goes into the windup. That's a good hit right back up the middle. And I like their plan right now. Corley's living in the middle of the plate. Her fastball ain't popping yet, and they're just staying on it and going right back up the middle. Both hits they've had really been up the middle. So that's a good at bat.
Number 13, McKenzie.
By the leadoff
Walker.
hitter. Like I said, this is their second time seeing Corley, second time through the lineup. So, you know, you got to mix in some other pitches and get your fastball spotting a little bit better. I think Kaylee Bean on second. We got a timeout here. I don't know if she got a contact problem, dirt blowed in her eyes. She's got something wrong with her eyes, and the trainer's coming out to check on her. But she's really messing with her eyes.
Yes.
I mean, it's a windy day, and it's dirt blowing around out here. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't think. Yeah, Kaylee, I think, does wear contacts, but I don't know if she's having a contact problem or just got dirt in her eyes. Probably going after that ball up the middle might have kicked some dirt up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our seniors for a minute. You got Bronna Ellis on third base. Bronna's playing banged up, man. When Henry County come up here a few weeks ago, her ankle took a nasty spill while she was running to first base, and she actually going to have surgery. I mean, she wears a boot all day long when she comes out here. Doctor said she wasn't going to hurt it no more. She got a brace on it now. I said, you know, you're just going to power through it, but after the season's over, you know, you need surgery. So she chose to go ahead and power through it. You know, she got a sister at the middle school that's going to be up here next year. That's a softball family, too. You got Annabelle who come through up here that's in college now. So she's about like me and Brian and Susan's got girls, and they're a softball family. She has been a good kid for this program, and I'm glad she's having success her senior year. We've talked about Sadie Green. She's a senior. I think that might be the only 2 seniors on the field tonight, right? Yeah. You got Lissa is a junior in left field, sophomore in center field, junior in right field, sophomore on second, sophomore on short, senior on third, junior pitching, and the freshman catching. But throw it! See, there I go. I'm on the mic. I gotta watch that. She come out from behind the plate, and what happened? The runner from first was headed through second. I'm sorry, I become a fan a minute. And got caught kind of halfway between second and first, and Emma come out from behind the plate like she was supposed to. And as she broke back to first base, she threw, and the throw was just a tad bit late. Kid slid back in under it.
Count 1-0. No outs here. Do have a runner on first.
There's another senior in the dugout, Lakin McAllister, who's played a lot of third base this year. Her and Bonner have been back and forth, and Lakin's done a good job for Pate, too. Snap throw to first, not in time. And and you got Liza Kate Head. I don't know that. Liza played for me all her life in ball. Her daddy was my assistant coach, but Liza been hurt. She got hurt a few weeks ago, and her season's over now. So she's still part of the team. She's just not able to play right now. struck well to center field. Duncan eyes it up. She gonna go to first. No, she didn't. Duncan, and I've told Peyton, I've watched her a lot. She might be the softball smartest kid I've seen around in a while.
Really?
And what I say, I like watching her play because she knows the game, knows the situation, knows what base to go to. I like watching her run the bases. I like her approach at the plate, and I even like watching her pitch. She's a very smart kid, but she settled into that fly ball for the first out of the inning. That brings up your pitcher. She's batting left-handed. That is your pitcher, right?
Yep. Brittany Layton, number 42.
Yeah, Brittany Layton.
Bats
42.
lefty.
They got her listed as a pitcher. She's batting left-handed, but she's throwing right tonight, ain't she? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Count 1-0. We do have one out and still have a runner on first base.
Boy, I don't. She's lined up out of that box. Maybe she's a slapper, but I don't like to have shallow Dunnigan's playing her in center because they've been striking the ball hard center. Yeah, she's slapping. That kid is gone. She was on second base before Emma really even got the throw out of her glove. She's probably just super fast. I wasn't watching her lead. She's probably just a good base runner. Times it up with the pitcher.
She got a great jump on that one.
Yeah, got a great jump. It's not like baseball. We can't lead off. You can leave the base when the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. And if you leave early, you're out. It's a dead ball out. So it's really a timing issue. And I'm sure she had it timed up right and a good athlete and fast on top of that. It's a foul ball down left third base line. I'll get it in a minute. Brian picked it up over in front of the dugout. So that's a 1-2 count. This is going to be a big at bat because you've got a runner in second base with less than 2 outs, so she's in scoring position. So Corley needs to bear down right here and make a good pitch on a 1-2 count. Oh, that's a fair ball. Just got it first. Whew, that ball, I hate them balls, man. And she took a full swing at it, and it landed about 2 foot and died right in front of home plate. Emma Crosby come out, the freshman catcher,
for the Lady
pounced
Tigers,
on it, made a great throw to first base, and beat her by about a full step. So now you got a runner at third with 2 outs, and you got Buckner up, your first baseman, hitting in your 4-hole. She ain't hitting in your 4-hole for the heck of it. She's a pretty good hitter, I'm sure.
Breeley Bunker for Arlington up to bat right now.
First pitch low and away. It's a big out for Corley. You like to go to the bottom of the third, bring top of your lineup back up in a 0-0 ball game.
If you're just joining us, 2 outs. We're in the top of the third, still scoreless here at Dickson County High School. Pitch is low. 2-0.
Yeah, that's the same pitch he threw the first time, Corley. He didn't give it to you the first time. What makes you think you're going to do it the second time? So that's probably behind 2-0 to the 4-hitter. You're in a dangerous situation here. And like I said, Johnny scouts these hitters. He might be very, very safe trying to pitch around her. I don't know. I don't have that information. So maybe I ought to just sit up here and let them coach. There's an outside corner right at the knee. That's a tough pitch to hit. That low pitch at your knee, inside or out, is tough on these girls. They like it up about their belt line. Something where they can get their arms to it a little bit quicker. Corley gets the sign, goes into wind-up. Evens the count at 2-2. Ball foul straight back to the screen. Hold your breath right here, Justin. This is a big pitch. It's a good hitter at the plate, a good pitcher on the mound. Runner on third base with 2 outs. Games like this, 1 run might be the difference. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
She threw the change up right there, but it hung on her. And that's where you get in trouble. That ball come across about chest high. If it was about waist high, she got her hands to it. It could have left the park. So that's going to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Something's about to happen.
Big pitch right here.
Loaded by her. Outstanding
Good job, Corley.
So going to the bottom of the third. No runs. Whoa. Well, did she get a hit? Yeah, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. No score.
Still no scores. We go into the bottom of the third here, and I want to make mention again, because I really appreciate them. Traditions First Bank and United Mechanical and Electric.
You know, ever since I've been here, Peyton graduated 2015, so when she comes 2012, 13, whatever, Kyle Miller and Traditions Bank has always supported Dickson County sports and athletics. And I personally bank with them mainly because of that. Because I met him back then, and I always admired the way he supported this high school. And I think that Jay Palace or Corey Duke or anybody knows that they got something that they need done here, that Kyle's one they can go talk to, you know. Then you got David Baggett, who's been a friend of mine all my life. It's that United Mechanical, you know. He got a new location up in Burns, corner Gun Branch in 96. I called him yesterday, said, David, I need you to sponsor something. He said, come by and get a check. He didn't even ask me how much, you know. And that's what kind of people we need that's what kind of people they are to support this community, and I hope people support them and appreciate what they mean to our kids, because they're the people that, you know, that's first phone call you make, they're going to make sure the kids are took care of.
Yeah, they didn't ask any questions. We told them what we needed, and they provided it.
Sabrina Potter.
It's a little Sabrina Potter, the junior coming up, left-handed slap hitter, playing right field tonight. She play all outfield positions. First pitch right down the middle for called strike. Sabrina needs to get hot for us to make a deep run. She's got a little pop in her bat for a little girl, believe it or not. I've seen her hit the ball out of the ballpark. She slaps most of the time, but there you go. The ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop picks it up, makes a routine throw to first. Got her by 2 steps. Nice play by the shortstop for Arlington. So that's gonna turn the lineup over and bring up your leadoff hitter again, Corley Grove, who doubled off the top of the fence to lead the game off, but stranded on third base and wasn't able to push her across the plate.
Carly got a hit in her first at bat.
Yeah, she doubled off top of the fence. 1 of 2 Cougar hits tonight. I think that's all we got. I think the Alyssa Trotter's got a hit, Corley's got a hit, right?
Yep, you're right.
Single and a double, so maybe the second time through the lineup we'll see the ball a little bit better and put it in play. Oh, Corley pops it straight up the shaft, coming straight down. Caught. Pitcher made the play about 5 foot down the left infield line. That hurt.
Next batter for Dickson County, number 9, Kaylee Bean.
Kaylee Bean's up now.
Yeah, KB got some pop. She can go out of park too, you know. And this is a time where you don't want to play small ball. If you're Coach Crow, you say, hey, hit it out of the park. Yeah, it's a shot up the middle. It's going to be a 2-out single for KB, the sophomore second baseman.
Nice hit.
You know, and you think, well, that's 2 outs. They can't. Hey, every hit, every bat gets that lineup. It gets you deeper in the lineup, gets that lineup turned over. The more times you turn that lineup over, the more times they're going to see this
number
pitcher,
4,
the better chance you're going to have to be successful.
Green.
Brings up your senior first baseman. Sadie done a lot of pitching for the Lady Cougars this year also. Plays center field. Just depends on what lineup's out there, but tonight she's on first base.
There we go.
Sadie jumped on the first base. Oh, pulled it up. Oh, that was close. What she done was second baseman stayed low, throw the high ball to first, and first baseman had to jump up off the bag, come back down about the time Sadie got there. So that's a judgment call by the umpire. He says she got back down to the bag in time for the 3rd out. So that's going to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. No score, 10-3, Justin.
Hey, I think even though the student section didn't agree with that, they still gave the umpires props. I think they're trying to stay on his good side here.
Yeah. You know, that's one of them. Yeah. As a coach, a judgment is judgment. It is what it is. Now, if you want to get me aggravated, not know the rules, and which that's common too, you know, but you can't really argue a man's judgment. He sees it one way, I see it another way. He's right. I don't know, but you know, as long as they're calling it fair both ways, that's all you can ask for. And you can't really argue it, you know. I mean, they'll tell you that for the game. You can't argue balls and strikes. You can't argue a safe and out call. Now, if he wouldn't have said he saw her foot come back down, he didn't say. Now you can appeal that to the home plate umpire. That's not the home plate umpire's job to watch her feet. But he said he saw it come back down, so that kind of killed the appeal to the home plate umpire when he said that.
girls seem to get the bat on the ball that inning. I think they're starting to get a handle on the pitcher a little bit. I'm expecting a lot in this next inning.
Yeah, that's what you want. More times you they're turning their lineup over too.
Number 24.
But the more times you turn that lineup over, the better you see the ball, the more comfortable you get in the box, and the better swings you get on the bat. There's Mr. Kyle Miller right there.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, we appreciate your sponsorship, Kyle. We've talked about you and what you've done for the kids up here at the high school. Corley's first pitch is high.
The batter there is Hadley Edwards from Arlington, number 24.
She's your catcher tonight. Kid looked like she's probably swinging the bat, got a little pop to her. Yeah. Foul ball off the right side, gonna go over the batting facility. Out of play. They even count it 1-1. I really would like to see Corley start mixing her change-up in and landing it for a strike a little more starting about this fourth inning. I think she probably threw 3 this game. This is about the time, that second, third time through the lineups when you really want to start mixing your pitches up. Right there it is. Check swing. Umpire says she didn't go. Yeah, he's looking. First base umpire says she didn't go also. It was close, but I think she held up on it. I think that was a good call.
2-1 is the count.
That was a good changeup. Corley kept it low. As long as Corley keep that changeup low, she's usually successful. Where she gets in trouble is when she hangs it about bell high. It's a 3-1 count. It's a big pitch. You see, this is what you don't want to be in. You don't want to hit her like this up, knowing that you're going to set dead red with the fastball and you got to hit the strike zone. This is where you get beat. Corley got it in on her, fouled it straight back, hit the foul pole, bounced back into fair territory. Makes it another full count. And if you ever follow Corley in softball, she lives on a full count. Yeah, she always has. I've seen her walk the bases loaded and strike 3 out. It drives me crazy, but that's the way she lives sometimes. You know, you got 2 kids, and her sister's the coach, and she's the pitcher, and you know, everybody knows she transferred over here. Here's the pitch. Fastball again, fouled back. Her freshman year, she loved Creekwood High School. She absolutely loved it. Had a great year. Was the player of the year in the district conference, and loved Coach Wilson, loved Coach Nancy. But you know, things happen. Life changed. Peyton was at Independence, and the job come open here, and she got the job here. You only get one chance to play for your sister and your best friend.
Yeah.
And Corley had to come over here, but you couldn't have 2 kids that's more different.
Really?
No. Peyton wears her emotions on her sleeve. Yeah. She's high strung. She's like me more. She's in. Corley, sometimes you got to put a mirror under her nose to make sure she's alive. And her conversations, if you get a conversation out of Corley, a conversation we call is 3 words. You know, that's about right. She's yes, no. She's not. You know, when me and Corley, Peyton go talk to everybody. Corley's not like that. Ball low. That's not good. Leadoff walks. Let me tell you, against good teams in games like this, leadoff walks and errors are runs. And I hope I don't eat them words, but I've lived by that all my life.
Next
leadoff walk and errors are runs. And I believe if Corley looked up at me right now, she'd say leadoff walks and errors are runs. So maybe she can pitch around this and get out of it.
Looks like we got a runner at first coming in. And number 77, Jenna Reeves, is the next batter. No outs. We're in the top of the 4th inning here. Time 5:22.
I got a man asking me, what are we broadcasting on? The Dickson TV network?
Yeah, YouTube, DCTV. It's also, we got a link on the Facebook page, DCTV Network. Showing bunt. And we get that out at first. Runner moves to second.
Yeah.
So 1 out, runner on second. And that'll bring up number 15.
Next batter for the Lady Tigers, number 15, Roy Caldwell.
Roy Caldwell. Alex Spann has an announcer's voice, does he not?
He does.
Man, that guy.
He's solid, man.
That guy's solid. Just like you said. So you got the runner now in scoring position with 1 out. Toss low and away. Oh, big, huge break. Snap throw, got her. No.
Oh.
I don't know. I've agreed with this call so far, but I believe she got the tag down on that. I believe the student section agrees with me.
Yeah.
Great job by Crosby. Kid got hung out to dry. She took a big break about halfway between second and third and tried to head back to second. Crosby snapped throw down there. Jolie was there. And,
she was lucky to get back.
The umpire said she was safe. Yeah,
she's taking them big leads.
That ball looked maybe a little bit outside, I guess, is what Glenn was saying. Glenn Kilgore, he's our umpire tonight. He's a veteran. This is a veteran staff. You got Mike Hardesty on second. I think I call him Meat Man, but there's a pop up to first base. Sadie Green's telling everybody to get away. She's got it for the second out of the inning. That was a huge pitch and a huge out.
Yes.
There, Justin.
Big out when you got a runner in scoring position there at second base.
Next batter for Arlington, number 2, Morgan Cooper.
Brings up the designated player, Morgan Cooper. Looks down third base coach, seeing what's there. He's like, hey, it's 2 outs, runner in scoring position, hit the ball to the gap. That's about the only sign I got for you. Takes a big cut, gets right under it, fouls it straight back.
Still no score here in the top of the 4th. Coming to you live tonight from Dickson County High School here on the 10.
It's an unusual game. There's no score, not been a lot of hitting. I'm not going to say it's being pitcher dominated if you saw something like this, because both teams are putting the ball in play.
Yeah.
It's just timely hitting and good defense so far. Snap throw to second base. To shortstop. Kind of see if they could catch that girl on second in a compromising position, but she got back to second, standing up.
She's jumping off and she's going about halfway.
No, she's a good base runner. I like the way she's running the bases. She's aggressive. She's quick. She's athletic. And kids like that, man, they affect the game of softball. Softball's a game of speed. You don't think they're thinking about it, you're wrong. Yeah, nice pitch by Coralie. No, she's an athletic kid. She knows what she's doing. She's played a lot of ball. Base running, man. Softball is a game of speed, and that's the difference. The bases are 60 foot, not 90 like baseball. You're at 43 foot pitching mound. And if you've never been to a softball game and just a baseball game, the speed of the game is, I don't know where that missed. It's a little bit high, I guess. The student section banging the fences out there. Stay focused, 23, but you can't make a mistake. If you bobble a ball, if you're not charging balls, you're not getting people out in softball. I don't know. Same pitch, same place, same call.
He's not giving that one.
Well, he was earlier, and that ball's right under the right about the letter of the number. So by rule that's a strike, but he don't like it. Got her on that, blow that one by her. Coralie had a little more giddy up on that pitch. That's probably the hardest pitch she's thrown today. And that's the thing you watch about Coralie, like I told you at the beginning of the game. Usually as the game goes on, she loosens up a little bit, throws a little bit harder.
72 pitches in.
Yeah, 72 pitches in.
Starting to warm up.
Yeah, and like I said, it's nothing for her to throw 150 to 180 pitches.
See, and I didn't realize that. I was getting educated by Peyton recently about, pitching counts don't really matter. It's fine to keep up with them, and I like to see how many she's thrown, but softball is a natural motion, so it's not like baseball.
It depends on who you are. Some of it matters. Some kids get wore out, but what you got to remember about a pitcher, and I got to remind Coralie when I went down to get a water while ago, a power pitcher, as long as their legs are okay, they're okay. That's why you see courtesy runners. That's why you see everybody standing up on the fence and the pitcher sitting down. Because once their legs get tired, they go.
Okay.
So as long as they got strong legs, you look, Coralie's built stout from the ground up, And so that's usually why she can go a little bit deeper, because of her legs. When a pitcher's legs go, if you're a power pitcher, you're in trouble.
Still no score here from Dickson County High School. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Elizabeth Dunnigan's up. I told you a while ago she's one of my favorite players. She's softball. No, this is Crosby. My fault. This is your freshman catcher.
Leading off for the Lady Cougars, number 25, Emma Crosby.
And I call her Ashley all the time because that's her mama's name. I call Ashley Emma. I've always done that since she was in 6th grade. Everybody knows me, knows that whatever comes out of my mouth, don't pay no attention. Ain't no telling what I'm liable to say. But that ball was pop foul down the first base line, going to hit the batting facility. Go foul. If you played ball for me or anybody's ever played ball, there's no telling what I'm going to call you. Elizabeth Martin played ball for me for years, never could figure out her name, so I just called her White Bluff. So people still around still call her White Bluff. You know what I'm saying? I've used she's White Bluff. It's easy for me to remember. Stay off a high pitch. That's all you can do with it. She fouled it straight back out of play. 0-2. McCray Odom played for me for years. Bozo was her name. That's all I could think of, Bozo. So I still call her Bozo when I see her today. Oh, that's the first time I've seen a change up out of her.
That's the first one I've seen too. It floated up.
Yeah, it floated. You know, and like I said, that's a field pitch. When you're a power pitcher, that change up, like I told you about Coralie, it takes a while to get that feel down. But I like the speed change on it. Another high fastball. Emma swung at it, fouled it straight back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Lady Cougars need to get something going here.
No outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball low and away. Didn't miss by much, but it was a little bit low and away. I don't know if it was too much low or too much away. It was close both ways, but when you add them together, sometimes you just get a ball call. Oh, that's right down the middle. You got to swing the bat there with 2 strikes. You know it's a 2-2 pitch. You don't want to go full. You got to sit on that. But
Next
you
to the
know,
Lady
it's a
Cougars.
freshman. It's been a long season. This kid's a pretty good pitcher on the mound. So it happens.
Here comes Dunnigan.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite players, man. Watch her. She just watches the game. Watch her approach. She's got some pop. Can hit it out of the ballpark. She's also got a little sister in 8th grade. It's going to be at the high school next year. It's a pretty good pitcher, player. Elizabeth can throw the ball. Elizabeth left-handed. Her sister's right-handed. Just another softball family, you know. Do a lot of travel ball, play a lot of ball. Smart kid. Future's bright for these Lady Cougars, for these young kids. Pretty low and away. Elizabeth's patience at the plate. And I tell Peyton all the time when I watch this game, this kid's smart and I like it. You know, and Peyton says she's fun to coach. You know, you got a 2-0 pitch. I don't think Peyton would be happy with that check swing. I mean, that's the kind of, if you're going to swing, let's try to hit it out of the ballpark with 2-0. Let's set dead red and swing hard. That's a little check, fold her a little bit.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball low and in the dirt, gets by the catcher, nobody on, so it don't hurt nothing, just a ball on the batter. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. First baseman comes in, talks to the pitcher, slaps hands, gives her a little words of encouragement, heads back to the mound, heads back to first base. You know, this Arlington, their season team, like I said, they was in the state tournament last year. Kind of got snuck out and by her.
Just a little under that one.
Yeah, she was behind it. And that's unusual. Elizabeth usually can catch up to most fastballs. Full count. Something going to happen, Justin. There you go.
There we go.
That's exactly what I was saying. Just poke that ball, outside pitch. Just took their hands to the ball with 2 strikes, protected the plate. Lined it between the 5 and 6-0 in the left field for a base hit. And that kind of rounds up who this kid is. She knew her count, knew her situation, knew the pitch, didn't try to pull it, didn't try to overswing and miss the ball, cut her swing down and poked it. That's why I like the kid.
Patience pays off sometimes.
Yeah, and she's smart, knowing the count, knowing the approach, knowing what she needs to do. Brings up your senior. Bronny Ellis takes one right down the middle for strike 1. Bronny's kid's got some pop when it comes off the bat. So, like I said, played a lot of softball. She's battling an injury. I'd love to see Bronny have a big game right here on senior night. Pitch inside, back to Bronny off the plate. Had pretty good height on it. It was just inside, about her knees, a little above her knees. Yeah, like I said, I've coached a lot of games with Piranha and against Piranha, and she's a fun kid too. I mean, you know, she's one of them you can pick at, and she'll pick right back at you. You're not going to hurt her feelings. Ball high, a little bit away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And you know that. You taught most of these kids. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a little bit different setting in school than what you go to travel ball tournaments and spend the weekends and all day and all night with them. But you pick up on their personalities, and the ones you can talk to and the ones that you can't. That's a ground ball hit to the shortstop, goes to second base for 6. Too late on the double play. Tried to roll it 6-4-3. Went 6-4, got the lead out at second base for the second out of the inning. I wish that ball was
next for Dickson County, number 12, Alyssa Trotter.
I wish that ball would have snuck up the middle there. But breaks over. Alyssa had a good bat at first time, lined over the second base, shortstop for a base hit. The defense got second baseman up. Usually when you see a slap defense like this, they've got the second baseman up beside the pitcher. You'll see your first baseman drop back more in the hole. But she's kind of playing the line, and they got it up, so there's a hole between first and second if you can get it there. And your shortstop's breaking the second base bag. I don't really like this defense. That opens up your 6 hole where a slap hitter wants to go. They kind of got her shaded funny, and Alyssa generally hits the ball to left field. I don't see her pull the ball a whole lot. But that might be telling you where she's pitching it. Hey, if you're a batter saying, hey, they've got everybody shifted for you to hit to the right side and up the middle, so they're going inside on you. So you might need to back off that, keep the ball inside, try to hit that 6 hole. A lot of times you look at the defense, they'll tell you where they're going to pitch you.
Got a piece of it.
And I'm talking coaches' terms sometimes, and I know some people don't realize it's shortstop's the 6 on the lineup card, and the third baseman's the 5. So when you say the 5-6 hole, that's between the third baseman and the shortstop. So. Pitcher gets the sign, steps to the mound, winds up. Ball's a little high.
My wife just texted me and said she's really enjoying this commentary. She's talking about you, not me.
Thank you, Nick. No, it's y'all. That's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner should be moving on the pitch. Runner should be moving on the pitch. I hope Kate can give her the steal sign. She did. Ronna's off. Foul ball to the left side. What a hang, Alyssa. Yeah. What you want to do is you want to get Brianna going for 2 reasons. Ball hit to the outfield, she can go first, third. The second reason, it takes that force out off second base. And Alyssa can run, so it puts more pressure on the defense to get you out at first base. So getting Brianna an early start is good. Good at bat.
She keeps getting a piece of it, staying alive.
8 pitches, 7-8 pitches she's made her throws all this time.
She's making that pitcher work.
You know, Alyssa's worked really hard to get to where she's at. She played for me at Burns, didn't play her 6th and 7th grade year, played JV. I'd spot play her 8th grade year. She kind of come to high school last year, got in there a little bit, but she's really blossomed this year to a fielder, and where Peyton's dependent on her. She's worked hard to be where she's at, and I'm very proud of her. Yeah, ball low, great at bat, Alyssa. And she's one of them kids you root for, too. She's just a good kid.
Yeah, she really is. Two runners on now with 2 outs. Trying to rally here.
Cougars. Number 16, Bryn. Good.
Yeah, Peyton going over to talk to the freshman. Bryn's a freshman. And actually, you know, Bryn ain't played a lot this year. When they went to Henry County in the district tournament, Peyton put her in, got a few hits, and she kind of worked herself into the lineup. So she's your designated player tonight. And like I said, Peyton, it's a lot. I do the same thing. And I tell my kids from day one, my lineup is not going to be the same. I'm going to play the kids that's hot. I'm just not going to steal it. And that's kind of what Bryn, she's worked herself into the lineup as a freshman to get a chance here in a big at bat with 2 outs here in this sub-state game. Good cut. Bryn's got some pop. When Bryn's hitting the ball good, she's hitting that left center field gap is when she's hitting real well. And maybe she can hit the fence right here and hit that left center field gap and get the first run on the board for the Lady Cougars. And if she hits that fence, Alyssa Trotter's fast enough to make a play at the plate.
They're getting a piece of it.
Bronna's like me. With bad ankle, she ain't going to run too fast. She got a bad wheel. You see the brace on her right ankle now.
It's a big at-bat right here with 2 runners on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
I believe if you probably had 1 out, you see Coach Payton probably sub Bronner out here, but, she don't want to burn her in case she needs that sub later in the game. What I mean by burner, she can reinstate Bronner one more time. So if she run for her now, she can put her back in at 3rd. But say she comes up in the 6th inning, gets on base where nothing game, then she would take her out again for that run. Then you wouldn't be able to put her back in on defense. So I'm sure she's thinking about all that.
0-2 is the count, 2 outs here.
Hey, that's a tough pitch to lay off of. You're a freshman. You got a packed house in a state game. You're an 0-2 count with 2 runners on. Everybody's, and that ball comes in about your chin. I've seen a lot of strikeouts on that pitch. Brand gets around on that and hooks it foul. Peyton's talking to her, giving her a little bit of instructions with her hand, how she wants her hands positioned.
Quick mound visit there.
Yeah, and that's really illegal. TFFAA passed a rule this year that you couldn't do that, but for some reason we're letting it go by.
Interesting.
But you couldn't go clap close if I bring the whole infield like that. But and even after a strikeout. There you go.
There it is.
Just pull a hooking foul, boy. When it first come off the bat, it looked like it was going to be a double down the left field line, and it just kept hooking. That's usually you get your arms out extended and you take that outside pitch and you wrap around it and it creates a hook on the ball is what it does. If you keep your hands inside of it just a little bit more, that ball will stay a little bit straighter plane. So she's a little bit long. I think that's what Peyton was telling her the last pitch, how you're a little bit long with your with your arms. That's a 1-2 change up, easing it up, 2-2. Hit the dirt right in front of home plate. Brand laid off of it. So it's a great at bat. This is what you want as a coach.
Yeah.
Whether you get whatever, you've already had a successful bat. You fouled some pitches off, seen a bunch of pitches. You've made the pitcher work. So this is a quality of bat, no matter what. Another low pitch. So it's going to fill it up. So you're running on the pitch. It's another 3-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs. You're going to see Bronner break the 3rd on the pitch. You're going to see Alyssa break the 2nd. And that's big because a hit to the outfield now does give Trotter a chance to score.
Probably the biggest pitch of the game right here so far.
It's a huge pitch. Right there, shot up the middle, right at her. Hey, she struck it well, hit it hard, dead straight at the center field. Just had to come in a few steps to catch it.
Can't do much about that. Just hit it right to her.
That's the way the game goes. The way the cookie crumbles. Ain't that what they say?
That's what they say. That's a good at-bat for her, though.
Great at-bat. And I hope you just heard Coach Payton say, Brand, good job. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, she did a great job there. So 5:41, we're 19 minutes away from graduation beginning here at Dickson County High School. So if you're heading to graduation, you better hurry up.
kind of think about the seniors thinking about that. Is Sadie Green and Bronner right now, are they thinking about that or are they thinking about this game? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering that too. And, if this game continues on maybe longer than we expect, what's that going to mean for our graduates? So, they've got all that going on in their minds too. So it's a lot to deal with here.
It is a lot. And, I know over at Creekwood, they have a lot of seniors. Unfortunately, they graduated last night.
Yeah.
Nancy loaded the seniors that played, Kendall Bryant, Martin, Zoe England, Killebrew. I know that's a lot on us. When you're building a team in high school, you got to watch how many seniors you got because it's a real thing, senioritis. You want a good mix of juniors and sophomores with your seniors to kind of play because, seniors got a lot on their mind. They got senior trips, college, graduation, and hey, and then you're playing in a sub-state game, go to a state championship. So this might be one of the most stressful, busiest times of their life if you think of all the changes they got going on. They got a whole lot, they're planning to go to the state. They're graduating. They're probably going on senior trips. Their senior trips are probably on hold because if they win tonight, they're going to play next week in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
So then they can figure out whether they're going to college.
Yep.
Their life is changing more. I don't know if they ever changed more, maybe besides having a kid, than it does tonight, if that makes sense.
That's true. I hadn't thought about it like that, but that's some really wise words there. All right, here we are, top of the 5th now.
Number 31.
Let's see, 31 is Lily Hatch.
Yep, Lily Hatch.
For Arlington. And first pitch is a ball. So 1-0 is the count.
Lily's your right fielder. Corley needs to stay getting strike one. That's the most important pitch. There it is.
There it is.
Strike one. So you got a 1-1 count. Strike one swinging. I would like to see Corley's velocity come up just a little bit. I don't see her velocity like it can be. She's just missing that last couple mile an hour. Yeah, that's a hard pitch to hit right there to me.
Yeah.
We talked about Glenn earlier, he's a veteran umpire. He don't like that about the letter. He showed he likes it about the kneecap.
Yeah,
you know, which is good for a pitcher if you can hit that kneecap. You know? And it's good for a hitter because a hitter can't hit that high fastball, but they can hit that lower pitch. Right back take, Corley. Corley fields the ball, throws it first. 1-3 for your first out of the inning.
So 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Batting next for the Lady Tigers, number 27, Tatum Biddick.
Brings
Back
up
to the
Tatum
top.
again, back to the top of the lineup. This is the third time around. She is your center fielder. Made a good play to end the inning. Athletic looking kid. You know, you really want to keep her off the bases. She looks like she can run. I don't know where that missed at, Justin. Not being a homer, not being a coach, just telling you the truth.
The batter is Tatum Biddick. Is 1 for 2 tonight. Does have a hit. 1-0 pitch.
A little high, a lot high. I know where that missed. I don't know what Corley thinks is funny, but she's out there laughing about something. That's hard to get the emotion out of her. She's back straight to face now. Oh, high again. There you go. You need to stride out a little bit more, bring that pitch down.
She's 79 pitches in now.
Yeah, she's short striding a little bit. Not getting her snap at her hip. Well, 3-0. 1 out. Yeah. Corley comes back to get a strike there. Corley, she's known to do that. Go 3-0, then come back and give Coach Johnny another ulcer. Well, she's done lost all his hair since she's been here calling her pitches.
3-1 here, 1 out. Top of the 5th.
There you go. Line drive, third base, caught by the senior third baseman, Brian Ellis. Just like that.
Good play from
Got 2
Brian
out.
Ellis there.
Next up back for the Lady Tigers.
That might be what Corley was laughing about, telling Johnny to calm down. She got this. Don't sweat it. You know, they've got kind of a good relationship like that where they'll jab back and forth at each other.
She doesn't seem frustrated at all. She seems cool out there.
No, if you see Corley frustrated, things have went bad. She usually, like I said, she usually don't get too high, don't get too low. I've seen more emotion out of her this year than I've ever seen her whole life. I don't know if you saw on Facebook the other night. I think it was against somebody. She doubled over. I think we was playing at Kirkwood at the end of the game to drive in a run or something, and you saw her kind of pumping her fist at second base. That's unusual for Corley. Gets the first pitch strike there.
2 outs here, 0-1 pitch.
Oh, nice pitch.
Beautiful.
That ball's a little bit high and a little bit fast for a changeup, but it was pretty. But I'm a coach that's going to nitpick everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it instead of what's right with it. What was right with it was strike 2. Yeah, that's a good 0-2 pitch right there. Throwed it low and away. So if she would have swung and made contact, it was going to be a weak ground ball to first or second base. If that's all she could have done with it. So that was a good waste pitch.
Count 1 and 2, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Chuck her out. Nope. I don't know. You jumped up.
Was it outside?
I don't know.
Had to be outside.
I don't know. But you jumped up, did a fist pump.
I liked it.
I don't know where it missed.
I liked it.
Yeah. Where'd that miss at, Mr. Miller? Kyle don't know where it missed either.
2-2 pitch.
Yeah, Corley got that. And now you know why I was fussing a little bit. That's the same pitch you got the strike 2 call on. Is that same changeup that was up about the waistline. Kid done a good job of keeping her hands back and put that ball in play. You want that changeup down around their knees where they put that front, where they get that weight on that front leg, and they can't do that. It's a pop-up. When they keep that hands back and keep their weight back on that high changeup, you can get it past the infield, and that's exactly what happened there. So that's why I was kind of fussing about that 2-strike pitch. Everybody probably thought I was crazy. That's the reason why.
So with 2 outs, Arlington gets a big hit.
Blowed that right by her. Maybe she heard me. She picked a little giddy up on that.
She did,
I can make her mad, believe it or not.
Maybe
I don't know why. I don't know how I got the ability to get under her skin, but for some reason I've got that natural ability to do that to a lot of people, evidently.
Got the pitcher up to bat right now, number 42, Brittany Layton. Shows butt.
Steal. Tag. Got her. Yes, sir.
Got her.
Got her. That's a great throw by the freshman catcher right there.
Great
Put
throw.
it right on the number. Jolie Simmons called it and just had to put the tag on her. Umpire in great position to make the call. That was a good play by the Lady Cougars. And you hear the student body section doing the "She's a Freshman" chant. And that was just a good play to get out of that inning. So that's going to send us to the bottom of the 5th. We got 9 outs. They got 6 outs. Who's going to take advantage of the outs? Last year, I'm not trying to jinx nothing. I'm just telling you what happened. We were leading going into the 5th and had some errors. The thing happened, and Arlington kind of broke it open and put us out in the 5th. But, hey, it's a new year, baby. We're the number 1 seed. We're not the number 2 seed. So let's see what happens. But this is a good softball team.
Having a home game in this sub-state is really big.
Most of the time it is, but I don't know, like you said, with the graduation ceremonies going on, they can see people lining up, the traffic, the student body. I don't know if it's a good thing tonight or not. I don't know how hard it is to focus in these conditions.
Because my understanding is, after the game, they're planning on going over there.
Oh, yeah, they got the golf cart ready.
Yeah.
They're going to load the seniors straight up on it. They'll drive them straight to the hill over there. Hey, this is what you're supposed to do. When you get to the sub-state game, you're supposed to have 2
number
good
1,
teams battling out.
Sabrina
You're not supposed to have blowouts. You're supposed to have 2 good, well-coached, disciplined teams with good pitchers playing softball. That's exactly what we got tonight.
Sabrina Potter up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th.
The junior senior. Hey,
got it.
Snuck it right up under the shortstop's glove. A diving outstretched glove is number 13 for Arlington. For Serena's base hit, the junior right fielder.
Number 23, Corley Grove.
That brings up the pitcher, Corley Grove, the junior, who is 1 for 2. She doubled off the wall, laid off the game, then popped up to the pitcher, her second at bat. Are we offline?
No, we're good.
Justin's over there. He's working like a dog over here.
I just plugging up the phone so we didn't lose internet.
He's doing good. I guess his phone went dead.
Just making sure everything is good to go.
A little bit of weight. Hey, this is what you want right here. You want your number 9 hitter leading off the inning, setting it up at the top of your lineup. And Sabrina done her job. Now it's time for Corley to do her job.
Right here at the top of the order, this is the time to really get something going here.
Yeah, quit trying to yank it. Stay smooth. I think she saw the student section. Some guy out there, she might want to hit the ball with that swing. Fouled it back over the press box here. Keep your eye on it. Keep your head on it. Watch the spin of the ball. Go back to fundamentals. They'll never let you down, baby girl.
Here we go, 1-1 pitch here, no outs. 1 runner on first.
Yeah, about hit her in the head. Pitcher might send her a message, but you also got to remember as a pitcher, if you send the other pitcher a message and she throws hard, it could go both ways. Pitcher swirls up. Here comes the pitch. Low. So that puts you a 3-1 count. Corley is generally plenty disciplined. She usually don't swing at many bad pitches, but she is a kid. She usually, so something, if Peyton should tell her to look dead red right here and drive his fastball to the left center field gap. If I was coaching, that's what I'd say. Yeah, she tried to pull it, long fly ball down the deep part of the line. Ball, out of play. I thought she got all of it when she first hit it off the end of the bat. And that's what I'm saying. She went away, so she's trying to pull the ball instead of go to left center field. So when you try to pull it, you don't barrel it up good. You hit it off the end of the bat. It looks like a good hit, but you're not putting a big part of the barrel on it. That's why she needs to go that left center field gap, because they're throwing her away. No. Oh, that's a shot. Bull bat took out the first baseman, first base coach, and the first base umpire. But it was foul. About had the trifecta.
About got them. About got all three of them.
And we was in Henry County a few weeks ago, and Corley did turn on one, hit the Henry County coach that was coaching, the head coach that was coaching first base. I thought it hurt her bad. I mean, I wish she would do it. She'd done it that back, because I'm pretty sure she hit the next pitch out of the park. Ooh, I don't know. He called it a ball. That ball looked pretty good pitch to me, but he ain't give Corley that pitch either. It was low. It was on that outside corner. I mean, I would have called it a strike, but he's called a ball.
For the Lady Cougars.
He ain't called for Corley too.
Kaylee B.
We got a courtesy runner. Bella Johnson coming in for Corley. Corley needs to sit down and rest her legs. Like I said, that's a big thing about pitching, resting your legs. So right now you're going to see a bunt out of KB. And what you don't want to know, if they know that she's going to bunt, they're going to try to elevate the pitch and make you pop it up. That baby gets her bunt down, does her job. Yes,
safe,
sir. Throws the ball, called her safe. Probably comes off first base. You're going to have baseball. You're going to have. I don't know. I don't know if he's saying she pulled her foot. She caught the ball. It come out of the snow cone. But I don't know if she had to gather her feet together to pull off the ball or not. I was watching the ball and not her feet. He acted like he was watching her feet and I come off the bag. So he's talking. He's telling what he saw. He's going to ask if he can get the head plate umpire to see. And I'm sure it's a foot thing. She caught the ball, but she pulled her foot because the ball was low. So the first baseman kind of had to pull her feet together, the ball, to keep it from getting by her.
Batting next for the Lady Cougars, number 4.
She did catch the ball on the coach's right. She made a great catch, but she had to kind of pull her foot at the same time. But you know, that pitcher base is loaded with nobody out. And with a left-handed hitter up, I hate this because it puts the force out of home plate. It really is a setup for a double play if you don't get good ball. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, he got bases loaded, no outs." This makes me nervous.
Sadie Green is up.
But the good thing about it is Arlington's playing for the force at home. They're bringing their second baseman up. They got their corners, both the third and first baseman up, and so that creates holes. A good shot will get through the infield, or a blooper will get over the infield.
There's a lot of room between the infield and the outfield.
Yeah, so they're playing for the home plate. You know, they're playing for that at home. She's 2-0.
2-0.
You know, Coach Payton, he say, tell Caden, be aware of the situation. This is what I like about Duncan. She knows exactly what that pitcher's going to try to do here. She's going to try to come at her now. Got a timeout called by the Arlington coach. He's going to come out and talk to the pitcher. He knows what kind of big situation this is out here. You know, you got a nothing game. This thing can get out of hand in a hurry, or you can get back in this thing in a hurry. You know, ball back to the pitcher, home first, double play. So he knows this is a crucial part of the ball game right here. Ball in the gap or ball around, man, you clearing bases off. All of a sudden you're up 2 or 3 runs to Corley on the mound.
That, you know, in a game that's been like this so far, where we're halfway through the 5th inning and nobody scored yet, you know.
Oh, it's a crucial part of the ball game right here. Arlington's got 6 outs left. You know, I've always, as coach, always count outs. So, you know, you're thinking 3 runs and they got 6 outs. So we got to get 6 outs. So this is huge for the senior first baseman tonight, Sadie Green, who has just done everything she can for the Dickson County High School softball program to make it a winner and represent us with pride. So this would be a great spot for her to come up big right here and cap off a good senior night. Pitcher gets the sign, steps on the mound, 2-0 pitch. Here's a wind-up throw. Sadie Green gets a hold of it. Ball hit deep in the right field. Going to have a play at the play. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Well, what happened is you had a deep fly ball to right field. Everybody in the park thought it was going to get over the right fielder's head. base running 101, if you're on third base there, you know that you're going to score if it gets overhead or you're going to score on a fly ball. Carter took off running down third base line. When she caught the ball, she was almost at home plate, had to turn around and tag. Yeah, you saw Coach Pace some frustration right there. So it foul ball back over the right field. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to go overhead too. You know, I can see the first base and second base, but that third baseman's going to score whether it's a hit or not. So, yeah. Matter of fact, I hear her daddy down there hollering now. So, bless her heart. You know, they're just kids. They're just kids.
I think the wind might have been blowing in a little on that one.
There's another shot up the middle, center field. Oh, she didn't catch it. One runs in, two runs in. KB's going to third. Emma Crosby on first base with a two-run single to break this game 2-0 with one out in the fifth inning. That was a great job by your freshman right there.
What a play.
That's it, man. Hey, center fielder made a great play.
She did.
She made a diving, all-out effort to catch that ball and almost made the play.
Yeah.
So, hey, that kid from Arlington done all she could to make a play right there, made everybody in Dickson County hold their breath because KB was already standing on second base. If she catches that ball, KB's doubled off. Yeah, so the kid done everything she can. That's just a softball play, and it worked out in our favor this time. Good pitch, good hit, good catch, good base runner.
So Lady Cougars get on the board here.
Courtesy runner that come in.
Done again.
For the Lady Cougars, for your catcher. Oh, Elizabeth got that ball high and in.
Get out.
I think that's going to be, that's McCormick, Grayson McCormick, who's going to come in number 6 for your Lady Cougars. She's a freshman. One of my girls from Burns last year. She's coming in to run for another freshman, Emma Crosby, the catcher, who's going in to get her catching gear on after getting a 2-run single. Coach Page got to play here. She's probably going to put a delay still on, try to. What you got to do right here, if I'm if I'm coaching, Peyton knows it. What she's going to do is tell Grayson to go towards second base. If the throw goes to second base, getting a run down long enough to get KB home, to get that third run. She don't care if she gets out. She's working on getting that run home. So I'm sure that's what you're going to see right here. No, Grayson got a flat steal on. She was gone. She needs to get that run down situation just in case that throw goes through. I think she missed a sign because I see Peyton giving her another sign and she wasn't really happy with that. But now you got to watch it because a strikeout and that, you've got to really make sure you're in the run down to get that score, get that run in. Another fly ball down the left field line. Just missed the left field light pole. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to this. And I'm trying to be a coach and an analyst and a dad at the same time. I know what Peyton's trying to do. Peyton's trying to get her to get into the delay steal situation. And what I mean by that, if the catcher jumps up, throws it to second, you've got to get in the run down on first base long enough to make sure Kaylee scores. Okay? If they don't throw the ball going to second, that takes that force out off second base. We'll pop up on the infield, and Grace McCormick's just gone. She's going to be doubled off first base, and that's going to end the inning. So just like that, you get a double play, pop out to end the inning. Hey, the Cougars scored 2. Maybe 2's enough. We got to get 6 outs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's intensity coming out of Coach Payton.
Coach Payton's fired
bless her heart, that comes from me. Situational hitting. You got to know what's going on, and what she's saying there is lay off the high stuff, get the ball on the ground, so we can avoid that. Because we got a runner on third. All we need is a ground ball to score that runner on third base. That's what she's talking about. Is no situational hitting. Know what you're doing, situational hitting. And hey, let me tell you something. If you want somebody that's not intense, you better get rid of Peyton because she's intense. Now, she lets the girls have fun. She lets them be young ladies. That's the things that she connects with them more than I do at the high school level. You know, middle school's coaching one thing. When they start getting this teenage, this driving age, I'm a firm believer that they really need a woman in that dugout or a coach at this age because they understand the emotion and the changes they're going through. They also understand that they're coming into their own. A lot of men don't understand that, so it's a fine line, and I think that's why you see so many women now coaching in high school. I told somebody the other day, when I got into coaching, there wasn't no women coaches. Even in middle school in Dickson, high school in Dickson, well, Nancy Jackson had been around a long time, but you go travel, it was all men.
When I was growing up, we had Buchanan over here.
And so now you see, Buchanan here, you had Quinn Bullen at the middle school, you had Terry Jackson at the middle school in Charlotte. It was all men. But you see these women stepping up, and I think really, at a younger age, I think they respond to men better. But when you get to the high school, women really understand a lot that they're going through, and they can really relate to them a lot better than a man can at times. So the pop up to left fielder, Trottle settles under it. One pitch, one out. You're down to 5 outs. Now, Alyssa knows better than to throw that ball from the outfield to the pitcher.
For the Lady Tigers, number
She's
11.
Fired up. You know what I mean? That was a pet peeve of mine. You throw the ball to the infield throws it to the pitcher.
She's a little fired up.
She caught that ball fired up, throwed it back into Peyton. Corey Lee. Corey Lee kind of grand too, because it's the little things, but she's fired up. One pitch, one out, down to 5 outs. You're counting outs now. Pitch right down the middle. Corey Lee looks very relaxed on the mound. Infield looks very relaxed. They don't look tight to me.
No.
They look like they're supposed to be here. Even though they're a young team and never been here before really in this kind of situation with the lead late in the ball game going to state, they look like they know the part. And that's the thing. They play so much ball nowadays, Justin, travel ball and tournaments and championship. They're used to a championship atmosphere more than they was 15, 20 years ago.
I believe we got Breeley Bunker, number 11, up here for Arlington.
Those high fastball blowed it right by her. Got a 1-2 pitch. This Bunker, she was a little bit frustrated at herself. I get it. She knows that fastball is hard to lay off of, and she knows it. She's been taught that all her life. But, it's hard to lay off of it. It looks like a beach ball. Change up. She held her hands back. She waved way out in front of it. Correlated, the changeup wasn't bad. Speed's still a little bit much and a little bit high. And what I say about that fastball, imagine your eyeballs. That pitcher's different baseball. Baseball, the pitch is coming from high, going down. The softball's coming from low, going up. Well, your eyes adjust to the ball. And if that ball's in your eyes, it looks bigger. Naturally, it's just the way it is. Pitch, foul ball, off the right field line. So that's why that high fastball is so deadly in softballs, because it's coming from low and it's coming right up into your sight vision, and the ball looks like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so it looks like a strike. So when it stays low, the ball looks smaller, and that low fastball is actually a better pitch for a pitcher because it don't look as big to a hitter. Ground ball to Sadie. Sadie scoops it up, runs, takes 3 steps, steps on the bag for the second out of the inning. 4 outs, Justin.
If you're just now joining us, we're in the top of the 6th inning, and it is 2-0. Lady Cougars scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th to take the lead. We're getting later into the game here.
I believe this is your catcher coming up now. Edwards.
Hadley Edwards.
Hadley Edwards. Catcher is her 3rd time up, I believe. Oh, Corey, that's a good pitch. Fastball right at that knee. Like I said, you're getting it down out of their eyesight, so it don't look as good of a pitch. But by rule, right there at that knee, it is a strike. And that's where a pitcher needs to live to be successful, not high in the strike zone. Look, everybody's got pitch machines now, and everybody can set that pitch machine on 63 miles an hour and hit a fastball. It's where you locate it. And that's a good 0-1 pitch. She elevated it a little bit much, a little bit high out of her eyesight. But, that's where you don't want to make a mistake over the plate when you're ahead in the count. This is a big pitch right here. You'd like to go 1-2 right here and not go 2-1. See, now you're 2-1. You're more of a hitter's count now. So now it goes from a pitcher don't want to go 3-1, because if you go 3-1, you know she's going to be sitting dead red. Corley's got to come down the middle with a fastball to keep them walking you. So this is a huge pitch right here to even it up at 2-2 to keep the odds in your favor. Ground ball to first base. Sadie grounds it up, takes about 5 steps on first base for the 3rd out of the inning with 3 outs away, Justin.
3 outs away here.
Coach Payton's excited, fired up.
Coach Payton's fired up.
Corley looks like she needs a drink of water. Look at that. You got a bunch of girls that's fired up out there, but Peg's trying to bring them back down and focus on the task at hand. She's telling them right now, 2 runs is not enough. Okay, let's get some breathing room. Let's make, in case we make a mistake, in case they come around on Corley in the next inning. Let's get her some help right here. Is what you're talking. Let's keep it going. If you get 2 or 3 runs right here, you kill all. Arlington's got hope right now. They know they're a good ball team.
Yeah.
2-0, they're thinking, hey, we're going to come back in 7th inning, we're going to tie this thing up and take a lead. But you get 4 up there, and they're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you score on them here, that's really going to take them out of it.
It kind of starts playing with their psyche.
Well, the time's 6:08, so I assume graduation has started at this point.
We need to get a couple runs, 3 up, 3 down, get them kids on the golf cart and get them out of here.
Yeah, let's do that.
That'd be a perfect night,
That would be perfect. There's nothing like the softball players rolling up in the golf cart. Nothing like that.
Nothing. Everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
Then it becomes 500 people looking at 500 kids looking at you.
Especially when you win.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when Peyton and them was here, we'd set off fireworks. So everybody at the graduation knew we had just won because fireworks would go off.
That's cool. Too bad we don't have any.
Right.
Anybody out there got fireworks? Go ahead and bring them up here.
Number 11, Brianna Ellis.
Here comes your senior third baseman. Come on, B. I think she had a big hit last time, didn't she? Got something?
Yeah.
I wish Brianna would really just barrel something up right here. End her home career on a high note. Fastball at the knee. Right on the outside corner. Pitcher's pitch. Good pitch. It's not really a pitch you can do a lot with as a hitter. So good on both sides. Brianna couldn't do much if she'd have swung at it, and it was a great pitch for the pitcher. Foul ball. Oh, he called it third. I don't know. Looked like it was. I don't know. It was right on line or in foul. I don't know.
It was close.
It was close, but anyway.
Batting next,
5-3 for the first out of the inning.
Number 12, Alyssa.
He's looking right down the line. We're off the line just a little, so I'm sure he can see it a little bit better. He brings up Alyssa Trotter.
She's got a hit tonight. It'd be good to see another one here.
I think she got a hit in a walk, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a good evening for Alyssa. First pitch is right there on the low outside corner. Layton has been impressive for Arlington. Layton has commanded the strike zone tonight. She's kept Lady Cougars off balance for the most part, besides the 5th inning. She's really done a good job. I like this kid. She's a good competitor. Got a good fastball. Got good movement. Yeah, she moves up there. That's all right. I mean, everybody's like, oh, she throws it overhead. She tried to throw it overhead. She was trying to get her to chase something on the 0-2 pitch. And I like Layton's attitude. She's laughing about it because we're making fun of her. She's laughing. She's like, I told it exactly where I wanted to throw it.
She looks like she's having a good time.
Yeah, it's an 0-2 pitch. Yeah, I like the kid. She's a competitor. She's done a great job against these Cougars tonight after coming off a run rule off her off cue. Ladies Cougars come in here hot.
Yeah.
They run real raw, and she's pretty much shut them down besides the 5th inning.
Lady Cougars lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out, 2-2 pitch.
Ooh, just missed a little bit low, and that one of them pitches a little bit low, a little bit outside. Not really a bad pitch, but I guess when you add 1 and 1, it equals 2 is the ball. Slapped at the third baseman. Third base picks it up, makes a throw across the diamond, gets her by about 2 steps. Alyssa can run because she buried down on the third base. This Arlington team is solid. I ain't seen a weak spot out there. Everybody's hustled. Everybody's in good position. They all look like athletes, and they've all made the plays that presented themselves. They've definitely not beat themselves. Last year we played them the other night, they made some errors, made some mistakes, and kind of opened that game up. This team is definitely. Brian takes the first pitch swinging, wind blowing it in, pop out to the shortstop. Hey, if this thing gets close, I'm liable to go. I can't. I get nervous. I can't watch sometimes. So if you see me drop this mic, well, I'll give it to Chuck.
Hey, Chuck's right there.
Standing behind me. I told him if this thing gets tight here in a minute, I might have to go. I can't watch. Chuck's watched me coach at Burns. I get nervous. I've missed half the ball games because I can't watch.
Chuck's coached every sport there ever was.
Hey, my assistant coach has to illustrate to me what's going on most of the time in a tight ball game because I'm not looking. They like, oh, that's a strike, that's a ball. I'm like, tell me what happens, You'd think I'd grow out of that at some point, Justin.
Well, I mean, this is a big half inning here. You know, if they get 3 outs, and
it's very special to me. This is my pay. You know, it's coach
well,
here.
you coached all these kids.
I've coached them all, and that's my daughter on the mound. Hey, if you want to have nerve problems, have a daughter as a pitcher. You know.
I bet that's stressful.
Every pitch is on their shoulders. Everything, you know, and pitchers, and it's like the little girl from the Layton kid from Arlington. You don't know how much stress, how much pressure it is on a kid to get out here and pitch, and their parents and their people, because, you know, they feel like they're responsible for every run, every hit, every walk. They feel like everything's their fault, and it's a
leading off for the Lady Tigers.
My nerves can't handle it sometimes.
Well, with the way softball works, I mean, the pitcher is a big position.
Yeah, huge position. This Jenna Reeves, third baseman, you saw him make several good plays that last half inning.
Here we go, top of the 7th. We need 3 outs to win this thing.
Yeah, settle down, poor Lee. Don't
Not
get a
giving
little
that
gas.
high.
Don't get gassed up. Start throwing high. Just do what you do that got you here.
1-0.
A good
Great
pitch right
pitch.
there. Right that high fastball that started about her waist and was rising up to about her shoulders. That made that little softball look like it was huge and she could hit it. It's a 1-1 pitch. Corley gets the sign, steps to the mound, goes into the windup. Low. Ball bounced right across the front of home plate. You know. Corley goes and gets her dirt. Looks into the dugout. Kicks the mound. Steps to the mound, looks in, gets her sign from the catcher, goes into her windup. Foul ball down the left field line. Going to be strike 2, so you got a 2-2 count. This is a huge pitch, Justin. Like I'm saying, you're even right here. Okay, I mean, pitcher can still got a waist pitch if she wants to throw it. The batter's still kind of well. She can throw her best pitch right here. Got to come to defense. Now you go 3-2 as the leadoff batter, you're set dead red. So this is a huge pitch for poor Lee. Picks up her dirt, steps to the mound, going to wipe it with her foot. Same routine every time. Gets her sign, goes into her windup. Oh, I don't know what that was, but it was ugly. It wasn't a good pitch. It was high, real high. So, yep, 3-2. You don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. Corley knows this. She don't want to look up here at me because I'm going to tell her not to walk the leadoff hitter.
Big pitch here.
Pitch right down the middle on the inside, right at the kneecap. Throws it. Hey, bless the kid's heart. That's just a tough pitch in that situation. The kid, it ain't nothing on her. That was the perfect pitch right there to lock you down. You know, it's hard to get your hands inside of it. It's hard to get your bad head to it. It couldn't have been a better pitch. So, 2. You need 2.
1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Oh. Where'd that miss at, Chuck?
The same spot as that strike 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what Coach Daniel said anyway.
Got the kneecap.
Yeah, right there. But you know, hey, umpires don't think they ain't mental too. And I've always said that's why that third out's the hardest one to get. They know the situation. They don't want to. Hey, they don't want to end Arlington. They know Arlington's got seniors. They get tight right here too. And I've seen it a lot. You know, they know that they're affecting this game right here, and they get a little tight, and they don't want to make a bad call. So it's a 2-0 pitch, and there we go. We don't need a walk right here. You walk somebody, you bring the tying run to the plate. We got Caldwell up, looks at a strike 1. Caldwell's a little second baseman, been solid today.
Rory Caldwell.
Yeah, Rory Caldwell. So you got a 2-ball, 1-strike count, 1 out. It's a big pitch right here, Justin. Oh, Corley let it get to us. All right, 3-1, throw that in the dirt, got by Crosby, didn't hurt. Come on, just take a deep breath, relax, think about your fundamentals. Let's come back and get strike 2 right here. Corley gets the sign, wipes off the mound, goes into her windup. Hey, got her out front, got her reaching for the ball, fouled the ball to the third base dugout. got another full count.
Another full.
Coralie loves full counts and makes Johnny have no hair.
She does.
I'm sure her sister's down there walking the batting cage down there. Don't even want to look at her right now. You know, Coralie takes a practice snap into her glove, reaches down, picks up the dirt, step to the mound. Can you imagine the pressure right now? You know,
I couldn't imagine.
She's softball smart.
She knows.
Boom. Got a strike 2. Strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning. We need one more.
What a pitch when it
Hey,
when she
an
needed
awesome
it.
pitch. Yeah, I mean, you know, that wasn't as good as the pitch on the kid before. Looks like we're going to have a substitution batter right here. Looks like he's going to sub somebody in.
Arlington's down to their last out here.
Number 7's coming up. What he's going to do is he's going to insert his flex into the DP position. So what a DP is a designated position. That means all they do is hit. Well, they're married to the flex position. The flex plays the field, ain't bad.
Okay.
So what he's doing is just inserting his flex in to the DP. So he's put the flex in for his DP. What was her name? I didn't catch it.
Let's see, Emma Clements,
Emma.
number 7.
What a tough spot for Emma to be in. I mean, you come in here, you got 2 outs, you've not batted the whole game, and you're facing a kid that ain't give up a run the whole playoffs, you know, pretty much. That's a tough position for this kid, but this coach knows her. I don't know her. He might know she's clutch. Or she looks at strike 2, or she might be a senior, you know, and the coach knows that too. So
Maybe
I don't
giving her
know
an
what he's
opportunity.
thinking right now. So we got no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The student section's up, beating on the walls. Not everybody in the park's kind of tense, sitting down, waiting on this pitch right here. Coralie gets her sign, wipes off the mound. There's back, goes into her windup. Pop up.
Pop up.
Emma's got a play on it. Oh, that's okay. She kind of stabbed at it at the end, bounced out of her glove. That's a tough play. She got her catching gear on. The ball's going away from her. Ideally, you would like your third baseman to come in when the ball hangs up that long and call her off because she's got her back to the pitcher going away from it. That's a tough play
It's
for
right
a kid.
on the net, too.
Yeah, right on it, you know. That's okay. We're still 0-2. Coralie's on the mound. Wipes off the mound. Gets her sign. Goes into her windup. Oh, missed just a little bit high, a little bit outside.
Hey man, this student section, I'm loving
Hey,
them.
they're on it, man.
They're on it out
they
there.
Can hear them over at graduation, I promise you. This is what high school sports is about. You're
Yeah.
supposed to come and enjoy it and be a part of the program and feel like you're part of the team and feel like you're helping your team.
If y'all hear
go.
that banging, that's them.
Foul ball, barely stayed alive. Barely stayed alive.
Whew.
And right now, man, as a pitch caller, as Johnny is like, man, what do you do here? I throw this, the kid keeps fouling it off. I'm going to say he's going to go with a changeup right now. Hopefully, Coralie will keep it low in the strike zone. Probably get this kid out if she executes a good pitch right here. Coralie shakes the pitch off. Whatever it is, she don't want to throw. And like I told you earlier, she's got that ability. Her and Johnny's got that relationship. If she don't want to throw it, she don't feel comfortable, she's not going to throw it. So she steps off now, gets a new pitch. Here's the windup. Look like another fastball. It's something. Her and Johnny's kind of looking at each other and talking a little bit right now. Coralie's thinking. She's probably, and it's like, and I've coached Coralie, she's been pitching since she was 8. She looks at the batter. She's pretty smart of seeing where they're at in the batter's box. She thinks she knows what pitch can get her out right now. We'll see if she's right or not. Strike 3 on a changeup.
Got
Lady
her.
Cougars win 2-0. Everything's right in the world. The Lady Cougars are heading back to Murfreesboro, Tennessee on Tuesday. Struck out the side for strike 3.
Your final score in tonight's contest, Dickson County 2.
You got 4 seniors that's going to head to the golf cart to go graduate now. You got some motions going wild. I see Sabrina Potter crying. You know, I see several kids crying, excited. Braun Ellis has got tears in her eyes. Post Payton's crying. And everything seems like it's right in the softball world when Dickson County's in Murfreesboro.
You know, you say Coralie don't show a lot of emotion, but when she came off the mound after that last pitch, man, she You can tell that meant a lot to her.
It meant a lot to her. It meant because she's a team player. She knows what it means to these seniors. You know, and I guarantee you it means more to her that they're going instead of her. You know, and that's what I'm proud of her. She's a good kid, and she understands the game, and she understands what this means to Brian Ellis and Sadie Green and McAllister and Liza Cade Head. And she knows she's going to play next year, and she got a chance to go on and play in college if she wants to. But some of these kids, this is it for them. You know what I'm saying? It is. And she recognizes that, and we've talked about it. So I think that's why you've seen the emotion out of Coralie, that she knows that this could have been the last game for some of these girls, and she loves them. They're teammates, and Coach Payton's done a great job of bringing these kids together. They like each other. They play hard for each other, and I couldn't be I'm a proud dad right now.
That's what I want to ask you. The people that are listening, your daughter's the coach, your other daughter's the pitcher. What are you feeling right now?
I mean, you look what it means to Peyton. Peyton's crying. You know what I'm saying?
Lakin McAllister, Brianna
and you see her and Coralie embrace.
Sadie Green,
Peyton Grove loves this high school program more than anybody you ever know.
She does.
And it hurt her while they was down a few years. You know, she takes pride in Cougars, and she takes pride in Dickson County. And hey, look, I couldn't do what she done with this group of girls. I know what she's got here and what they've done with this group of girls. Coach Johnny, Coach McCray, Coach Brooklyn. Hey,
the right coach at the right time. That's what I said when they hired her.
It's done. Yep. Hey, and you see it means something to them. You know, everybody always wants to bring in an out-of-town coach. Everybody always says, well, they need to bring somebody in. But you bring somebody in from Robertson County, you bring somebody in from Williamson County, they don't know what this means. It means something to Peyton McCray. And
she knows what it means.
And Brooklyn. You know, they love this school. They love this program. They've been to Murfreesboro a lot. And it means more to them.
All feels right in the world right now. The world feels like everything's right.
That's what I say. You know, the world's right again. You know, the Dickson County Lady Cougars are back in Murfreesboro.
Going back to state.
So the softball world is where it's supposed to be. And you look at that scoreboard and you see all them state championships up there, and you see the run they went on and the second place finishes that they had. Murfreesboro is better when the Dickson County Lady Cougars are there. You see Coach Palace on the field. You know Coach Palace is proud.
You know he's happy.
What do you think, Coach Palace? Unbelievable. That's right, and I credit Coach Palace. You know, he fought hard to bring Peyton here, and he deserves a lot of credit in it. Peyton was at Independence with Coach Buck coaching, and he was in constant communication with her. And Coach Hawley was here at that time as the principal, and hey, they worked hard to get it here. So
he's made some good hires. I don't know if any's been better than Peyton.
Yeah, I mean, he worked hard to bring her here. And 2 years later, they went from not even getting out of the districts to back-to-back substation now, the second year to the state tournament. And, hey, I know the talent that's coming up. The Dickson County Lady Cougars softball program is back where it's supposed to be, and it's back for a while.
I feel like this is the beginning of something big.
It is. I do. I think it's a good run. Just, I appreciate you inviting me today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. On here, it means a lot to me.
You did great, man. I'm getting text messages left and right.
Well, I mean, I talk too much, and they probably want to listen to you more.
Well,
but,
they want to know what's going on with softball, and you really broke it down tonight. And I learned a lot about softball tonight by having you on the air with me. So thank you.
No, I'm just proud to be here, man, and I'm very proud of my girls, and I'm very proud of all these girls. All these girls that played for me. I tell them the last game I coach them, you know, when they leave the middle school or leave travel ball, I say, look, I'll always be your coach.
Yeah.
I'll always be here for you, and I love each and every one of you. So this is not just my daughter. This is not Peyton. This is not Coralie. I love all these girls. They're all part of my life, so it means a lot to me too, you know.
Absolutely. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and close it out. We need to get over to graduation, and I want to see these girls in the golf cart.
That's it. See, thank you, Joe.
We'll see if we can get a video of it and share it with you guys on DCTV. We want to thank everybody for watching with us. We want to thank Traditions, First Bank, and United Mechanical and Electric for sponsoring the game tonight. And we'll go ahead and head out. We're going to go to graduation. Thanks to everybody for